Alright, so Vic Camp here, and I am in the family room game room. That game room is adjacent to the garage game room. I'll open up the door here, you'll be able to see, maybe see something in there. Let's put a light on. Well, that might be better. Now you can see inside the garage game room. So we're looking at the 1979 Gottlieb Countdown 4-player solid state game, electronic game, whatever you want to call it, and it's also a System 1 game. And this game is was made after the other game that we just did a video on called Joker Poker by Gottlieb, which was made in 1978, and this Countdown came out the year later, and they made around 10,000 of these, or 9,900 of these Gottlieb Countdowns. And this game is right up there with Joker Poker. It's another very desirable game. Fun, challenging player, keeps you coming back for more to play it. And sometimes there's a fine line between the two games. So let's do a gameplay on this video here. And we're going to go over some of the features that the game has. And let's start the game now. Now, as you can hear, this 1979 Countdown, it has the electronic beeping sounds, where the Gottlieb Joker Poker has the chime unit inside, which is really nice, and it has the chime sounds for these electronic solid state games. Now you can put a chime unit in here. There's a kit or some place online you can figure out where you can purchase a chime unit and install it, and then have it chime instead of having the beeps. And as you can hear the beeps right here. And as you can see, when I hit that side kick, which isn't alive, it's a dead kick, the star rollovers move back and forth. And also the 5,000 kick out hole here on the top arch of the playfield also moves on and off. Alright, so let's start with the features and gameplay of this great player. This is similar to the Joker Poker that Gottlieb made in 1978. There's a section here above the flippers in the middle of the playfield, which is the bonus value section. And this particular game also has a bonus multiplier, like does the Joker Poker, and it stems from 2 times to 3 times to 4 times to 5 times the amount. It's a little different than Joker Poker. Joker Poker just has a 5-time multiplier. If the player gets a particular drop target out, he'll like the 5-time, but that is on the Joker Poker. I'm just trying to give you a variation and difference between the games, which are so close in age. So getting back, you got a 2, 3, 4, 5-time multiplier. You have 4 banks of drop targets, 4 in each bank. Here's a green section. Here's the yellow drop targets. There's the red drop targets and the blue. The player, when shooting for the drop targets to increase his value in points, which is stated here, 500 per drop target or 5,000 when lit. Same with the yellow, same with the red and the blue. But what the player really has to know is he has to get them in color order, meaning he has to get the green drop targets first, and then he must get the yellow drop target second, in that order, the red drop targets third in that order, and the blue drop targets fourth. And I'll tell you why, and we're going to demonstrate now. If you get the green, because that's what the player wants to do, he wants to get all the green out. As you knock a drop target out, you see the bonus value increases. It starts at 1,000 at the start of the game. We hit 2 drop targets down. It went from 2,000 to 3. We're going to go to 4 and 5,000. Don't mind the bonus lights. There may be one out or two. I have to change the bulb after this demonstration of gameplay. And as you can see, the green bank has reset, and now each drop target becomes 5,000 points instead of 500. And the green matching the green drop target 2-time multiplier is lit now. Okay, so let's go to the yellow, which is the next color drop targets the player wants to get in consecutive motion. 500, and now it's lit for 5,000 a target, and the 3x multiplier is now lit. The 2 is not. Okay, the next one up looks like it's red 4x multiplier. We want to go to the red side, so we're remembering that green first the player shoots for, go for the yellow second. You got to get the red next. And that lit the 4-time multiplier and also advanced the bonus. 1 drop target advanced the bonus 1,000 higher on the bonus value here. And the last, and this is lit now for 5,000 per target. The last bank of drop targets is the 5-time multiplier, which is the blue. And there you have it. Now the player has the bonus value up very close to 20,000 points times 5. Okay, let's see what also happened is when the player knocked down the green bank and the yellow bank, he was awarded this left upper rollover for extra ball. When the player got the green, yellow, and the red, player also lit the right side rollover for special. So the first 2 banks light the extra ball, and the third bank, the red bank here, lights the special. Okay, we have that down, we know about that. Now, if a player does hit, like I said, any drop target, it will advance the bonus value higher. It's at 20,000 now. 21, 2. It's reached its max. It can only go to 20,000. But once it reaches 20,000, it lights the countdown bonus kick-out hole which will give the player a chance to collect his 20,000 points. So let's put the ball in the hole and do that. We have 20,000 here. Ball goes in the countdown bonus. The player counts all his points he collected, plus the 5-time multiplier on there, and he gets a chance to start over again and build that bonus up, which is pretty neat. And he does that by continuing to hit any drop target. You can see the bonus is starting to come up now, 4 and so on, all the way up to 5 and up to the 20 again. And then the player can again try to get the ball into this top kick out hole, which the left, once it's lit on the left side, let's see if we can like that. We'll try to get to 20,000 again. And we're at 14, 15,000. Here's 10 and 5, 15,000. That's a free game. The knocker just went off for 210,000. We're at 10,000, 16,000 here. And that's the 6. Okay, so 20,000. Player reached 20,000 again, and now the countdown bonus kick-out hole lights again, and the player can go in there again. Excuse me, and he'll collect another 100,000 because that's 20,000 times 5 times. The multiplier is lit for 5. All right. So now, the player must also realize that this is a 4-flipper game. As you can see, there's a flipper up here. Player hits the right side. 2 flippers work at one time, the bottom and the top. Player hits the left side, and both left flippers move. I love 4-flipper games. They're my favorite. Anytime a player can have an extra flipper on a game, it's just a lot more fun. Especially up here at the top of the play field, where the 2 flippers are located perfectly. Have a chance to flip up into the kick-out hole for the countdown bonus, or to knock out any target he wants to shoot for. So the 4-flipper game is magnificent on this particular solid state game. Of course, this has the DC voltage like the Joker Poker does, so it's very fast, smooth, plays hard and powerful. Alright, so let's drain the ball and reset the play field. It's a 4-player game, so playfield's reset. We have the bonus value here, which nothing's lit. We haven't done anything yet. All the drop targets are back to their normal positions at 500 a drop target. And let's see what happens when the player does not get the green drop target bank first, the yellow second, the red third, and the blue fourth. If he doesn't consecutively get it in that order, the game will function and will move the multiplier, but it has a little bit of catching up to do, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So let's just say the player controls the ball and he knocks out the yellow. That didn't do anything. The yellow did not move the multiplier at all. Okay, the player goes to the blue. Let's just go to the blue. Drop targets. Multiplier still has not moved higher because, again, you have to get the green first. The green will light the 2. Second, the 2x multiplier. The yellow will light the 3x multiplier if you get them in order. But since we didn't get them in order this time, it's nothing. There's no multiplier lit yet. But for getting any 2 drop targets down, banks, any 2 color section drop targets down, the whole bank, any 2, you will get the extra ball lit. And it's lit now, so that proves that, because we knocked the yellow down first and then the blue down second. Alright, so that lit the extra ball, which is probably the most important feature on this game. to win free games by high score and special. All right, let's knock the red down. All right, the red, that's 3 banks we knocked down. Yellow, blue, and red. And the multiplier has not moved yet. But by knocking the 3rd bank down, the red bank, we did light the special. So now, after the player knocks down any 3 colored drop target banks, they will get the extra ball and special lit. They get the extra ball for any 2 colors, and they get the special here for any 3 colors they knock down. Alright, so what's going to happen now, because we knocked down the yellow first, the blue second, and the red third, the green we haven't knocked down any of them yet. Once we knock them down, it's going to complete all 4 banks, and that will move the multiplier to 5 automatically. Let's watch it. And there it is, the multiplier now lit. So now the players' drop targets have all been knocked down, each colored bank, and they're worth 5,000 points. And once he reaches the 20,000 plateau mark, which is the most he can get on this bonus value, is 20,000, the countdown bonus lights again, and the player will receive 100,000 points as long as he has the 5-time multiplier lit when the ball drops in this kick-out hole. All right, so this is the only pop bumper on the game, which is kind of cool, but it does remind me a little bit, this game, of the 1973 Gottlieb high hand electromechanical game where there's 4 banks of drop targets and 1 pop bumper. The only thing is the kick-out hole isn't there, it's more in the center of the playfield. Alright, so this is a 4-player game, and as you can see, it's pretty well thought out. I mean, for a 1978 game, the player has a lot to think about and go for, and shoot for and aim for, and try to conquer. So that's basically the gameplay for this 1979 4-player solid state game. So we're going to do another video. I'm going to play the game like I normally do after I do a gameplay, so you can see the speed and power of this game. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if I had to choose between the Joker Poker or the Countdown, it would be a tough decision because they are both very desirable, really great players. And the reason being is because this was the turning point for Gottlieb. They were making EM still in 78 and 79, but they were starting to dabble and create these solid state games, the electronic game, printed circuit board games, and they continued to make the playfields like an EM game with incorporating the electronics into it, which really makes for a super duper pinball machine in my opinion. I love this transition period when Gottlieb was moving over to just electronic games and not making any more EM games. It was a great time, these late 70s, to purchase a game like this. This is a good game to have in your collection. It's got a combination of both, like I said, kind of like an EM layout playfield with the electronics. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and be on the lookout for the next 1979 Gottlieb 4-player solid state game video. Alright, till next time.